Yo, 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 what's poppin', bros? Welcome to Outside the Box podcast. Here with my boys over here. And today's topic is going to be the fentanyl crisis in America and the cartel's involvement, which, well, goes hand in hand.
All right, all
So
right.
before I want,
Look, you going.
any thoughts on it? Any thoughts on it? Any thoughts on it?
I mean, I don't really know anything about that. You
Just
guys know anything?
wait, just in general, but wait, like the cartels in general?
And their involvement in the fentanyl crisis.
I pretty much, well, I'm being honest, I'm not so sure about that, but like the only thing I know is that there's been a lot of, but like back in like 2016, like through those years, there was like a lot of like crises, like going like over a lot all around the world about El Chapo with the Sinaloa cartel. So that was pretty much where like I started hearing about those crises and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much all I know. And then like also like from friends like about Pablo Escobar like back in the 1980s, like 70s, 90s around there, but that's all pretty much I know, but I'm not so sure. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. Wait, what is fentanyl, to be exact?
A
Fentanyl's,
drug.
yeah, it's an opium-based drug that's actually, it goes through a good amount of process to get here to America. So first, it starts off by China. So the Chinese
The blue.
transports the materials to make fentanyl, not like the fentanyl as a whole, just like the ingredients to make it, over to Mexico, right? And then in Mexico, the cartels, they make a deal with the Chinese Chad, and it's actually backed up by data. Let me see right here.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Also, the CCP isn't taking the shipment seriously. It kind of is like
Oh.
kind of batting an eye. Any
Hmm.
thoughts on that?
I mean, not really. I don't really have any thoughts about that.
I see.
Nah, me neither, bro. What about you? Wait.
Not very knowledgeable about this.
Well, data shows from congressman from a government website called H like CherylHouseGovernment.com or something, right? That 97% of illicit fentanyl materials are coming from China.
Mm,
Hmm.
yep,
And
that's
Why
then
what's up.
China?
That's what's
Is
up.
it is it is it like is it like completely made? More, are the resources there more like that available?
well, the thing is that Mexico is not like to make fentanyl is not like a lot of chemicals available, so you have to outsource them from like China, which they have a lot of chemicals that are used to make fentanyl. It's backed up by data, man.
I see. I see.
Is fentanyl one of the main cash drugs of the cartel today?
Yes, it has because back in the days of the 70s, of Pablo Escobar, and even like right now with Chapo, like a little while ago with Chapo, the most profitable drug was actually weed and cocaine. But currently, with
Wait
all
for
this,
wait for like
huh?
cocaine, was it like from Pablo Escobar, right? Or like
Yeah, they
or
made
from
it. They made it in Colombia because in Colombia they got the cocoa leaves,
Colombia?
so you can make the
Yeah,
cocaine
because
there.
like in the series, like Narcos is like, well, obviously on Netflix. You guys should check it out. And like it pretty much said like the history of like the DEA, like the Drug Enforcement Agency, was like stepping in like ever since Pablo Escobar and his rivals were like taking over Colombia, like power. And that's just pretty much it. They just explained like what was going on and how did they stop with real life characters and all that stuff. But it wasn't a documentary, it was just a series. That's it.
Yeah, I recommend really watching that
I think we're
because it
getting a
shows
little off topic here.
a little
Well,
bit, but not
yeah.
really because this series shows can show like the back what's it called, the behind the curtain scene of how the drugs actually go from like a certain place like Colombia. It could be like Mexico, Colombia, anywhere else, from there to America. Because even though it's not really fentanyl, it's still transported the same way fentanyl does.
I see. I see.
So I feel like stopping hmm?
What's the current situation on fentanyl?
Fentanyl. It's one of the deadliest killers of America today, killing over 70,000 in 2023 and over 100,000 in 2021.
Oh, but that shows a decrease of 30,000. Is there a reason for that? Or?
It's probably it's called a lot more government crackdown because
Government
early on in
crackdown.
crises it's always a high casualty rate, but once like people start getting aware of it a little bit more, it does start going down little by little
I see. I
because
see.
more precautions taking place. But it's still very high. 70,000 is still a lot of people dying from fentanyl each year. It should be zero people dying from fentanyl each year.
I see.
So I'm just gonna like finish giving you a run on how like the everything like goes like everything goes around with fentanyl.
All right.
The reason why fentanyl is so easily transported into America today is because mainly because of an open border and because of the cartels. Open border because right now in America we have a pretty much an open border. Like there's no border security. Like even like if you go to like states of Arizona and in California, some parts don't even have a border wall or like one of those fences things, bro. Because like mountains and everything, there's like no police there to guard it. So the cartels they have a basically they enter there like pretty much whenever they want. And some people may argue that lots of fentanyl is getting like like stopped at the border checkpoints. The thing is, the cartels are not stupid. They know they're gonna get caught at border checkpoints. So what they do is they go through the illegal entryways, like just like over the fence, all that kind of stuff. Because that way they don't even get caught. It's not a lot of border security. No cameras, nothing, bro. Like it's basically, so that's why there's a lot of fentanyl in this country because all these cartels are going through the border wall. I mean, to the border fence. It's not even a border wall.
So what you're saying
No protection.
is like a
What?
possible like solution to this is like increasing border control.
Yes, it is. Like to instead of hiring 80,000 new IRS agents like Joe Biden just passed, what they should do is increase border security tenfold. Every single square mile, just a lot of border patrol officers, militaries, to everything, man. Because once it starts being a lot of border security, no one's gonna pass through anymore. Because remember, crossing illegally, even if it's sell drugs, it's illegal. And if there's police and there's like officers there, like just watching, they're not gonna do that. It's not gonna be worth the risk because every single shipment is gonna come through is gonna get caught, even if it's through illegal or legal entry, it doesn't really matter. And for
Wait, so like
example,
wait, so like what you're saying, like your solution is like for like the government of the U.S. to step up, like
yeah,
to increase border, like what you're trying to say, or like
yeah, build a wall, and increase border security.
okay.
Have
Wouldn't
it
that
fortified.
wouldn't like an increased border control cost like a lot of money? Where would that money come from?
Well, the thing is
I just
that if we look at government spending, it only costs like around $5 billion to build a wall. And that money we already sent like tenfold to Ukraine, Israel. A lot of countries don't benefit us in any way, shape, or form or affect in that manner.
I see. I
Hell,
see.
we sent over, let me see, around like I think it was like $44 billion to Ukraine. Last time I checked, let me check right now because I heard that recently they passed another like spending bill with some more money to Ukraine and Israel.
Didn't they
We
also
have
send?
sent over $75 billion in assistance to Ukraine. Right, a country
Jeez.
doesn't affect us whatsoever or any way, shape, or form. Right, we
Uh,
spend so much money helping other nations, helping them get border security because Joe Biden he sent a lot of tanks, lots of valuable equipment over to Ukraine, right? But they won't do the same for regular Americans like us. How does that go? And the cost to build the like the border wall, like just by itself, would just be like around $5 billion. That's what Donald Trump said in the beginning of this campaign when he was trying to be able to build a wall. It's not that expensive of a project compared to the government spending that we have done in the past couple of months and years.
didn't they also send like $8 billion to Taiwan?
Yeah,
oh
it's $8 billion 4 days ago. Yes,
Yeah.
So how
and
do
now
you
we
see this plan being put into action anyways?
well, it's kind of highly unlikely right now because first of all, Joe Biden's in office. He's not going to let any of that border stuff pass through at all. Plus, also the Senate is controlled by the Democrats. But if given like a good scenario, let's say like Republican wins the next election, and the Republicans control the House and or the Senate, but just having two of the three is good enough. What I see is pass a motion to increase border security and build the wall. Like hire a lot more what's it called border patrol guards, and also getting the military involved too to protect the border. Because that way, no one's gonna come through. No one's gonna dare to come through.
And you spoke about the Chinese Communist Party earlier about how its involvement with it. Like, how would you say it would be a solution to that?
Into that, like the American government giving more sanctions and being and having like a harder hand on China when it comes to the fentanyl crisis. Be like, if you don't stop your shipments of fentanyl coming through Mexico, what's it called? Put more sanctions. Like you can go a lot of ways. Cut businesses with them because
Mm,
China's a very manufacturer based economy. You remove the manufacturing, China, it plops.
think we can wrap it up here, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.